Allen Iverson, an iconic culture figure, one of the best little mans to play the game. I'm taking Russell Westbrook's career over Allen Iverson's.
That was Perk on Sports Nation last week. Do you know that Sports Nation is back?
I love
your
me
former
Sports
show.
Nation.
Shout out to Michelle Beadle. Big Perk, what do you think? Will Westbrook finish with a better career than AI? Expound on that.
Molly, what do I think? Listen, I'm going to start off by saying this. With all due respect to the great AI, a guy that, is a culture iconic figure, like I said, one of the greatest little men to ever play the game. I said what I said. And when you look at their accolades and you look at their resume, it is similar. It matches up. Allen Iverson, one-time MVP. So do Russell Westbrook. Allen Iverson, 8 playoff appearances in his career. Russell Westbrook got 10. Allen Iverson, 2-time scoring champ. Russell Westbrook got 1. Both of them have 2 All-Star MVPs. Okay, but when we go down and we look at this is the separation right here. Okay, this is the separation. Oscar Robertson set a milestone, a feat, 54 years ago, that no one thought that this milestone could be broken. Triple-double record, right? A milestone. And guess who comes along? Russell Westbrook. Not only did he reach that milestone, he did it for 3 straight seasons. The man averaged a triple-double for 3 straight seasons. And now he's going on his 4th season of averaging a triple-double. With all due respect to AI, we will never see another Russell Westbrook in our lifetime. So with that being said, I'm taking Russell Westbrook's career over AI. Carry on.
I'm not going to pretend like it's clear cut. It is close, but the answer is Allen Iverson right now. It's Allen Iverson. And I know you're not disrespecting AI, but we have to understand, when you point to a triple-double and averaging it for 3 years, it's amazing. And only Westbrook did it. If it was so easy, why didn't someone else do it? Because he's a great player. But Harden is doing it with, not a triple-double, which is a little bit arbitrary. Why is it 10? Because it's a nice round number? Is that better than averaging 36 points and 11 assists and 8 boards, right? It's not better. It's just 3 nice round numbers. The point is, the primary ball handler in today's NBA can put up numbers better than they could the way the game is played in Iverson's day. You can't just compare numbers because it's not apples to apples. So you really have to see them in the context of their league, and I admit it's close. I always say Westbrook, who's my favorite player, is like Allen Iverson and Kobe Bryant had a baby. So you figure, well, Kobe's even better than AI. Maybe that makes Westbrook better than AI. Here's the thing. Allen Iverson, not only, you look at how many times was he considered the best player in the league at his position. He has 3 all-first teams. Westbrook has 2. Westbrook has more all-second teams than AI because he's been greater now for a longer period of time. AI used to lead the league in minutes every year and lead the league in scoring. He took one of the worst teams to ever make the finals to a finals against one of the best teams to ever play and got a game from them just because he was there. Westbrook has also made a finals on a team that was really too young. They were too green, but they had superstars and future superstars everywhere. It is close. But in his day, by the way, to mention nothing of cultural impact, AI left his mark differently than almost every other player. I love Westbrook. AI, by a little bit, so far, better career.
Couple of things. First things first. We all know I'm a bit biased because AI is my man, and I covered him for the first 10 years of his career every single day. Okay, so I know what he was working with. And I have nothing but great respect for the players that he played with. But offensively, to say they were challenged would be an understatement. He literally carried that franchise on his back. Not only did he do so, but in the process of doing so, remember, he played during a man's game. The game is considerably softer by today's standards.
As a 6-footer.
Now, that's not the fault of the players. The league and the way they've changed things where you could sit up there and get a foul for having bad breath, for crying out loud. That's how ridiculous the league has gotten to this point. Allen Iverson played in a different era, a tougher era. And as a 6-foot guard, 160 pounds soaking wet, he averaged 45 minutes a game in the playoffs. He's a career 29-point per game scorer. He got them to the finals. Now let's get to Russell Westbrook. KP, I'm going to have to say this to you, my brother. We got to stop acting like people are hating on Russell Westbrook. KP, if that's the case, they can call you a hater every day just because you on ESPN. You know I don't believe that about you. I don't think anybody that listens to you should believe that about you. But telling the truth is not hating. It's stating fact. Fact. Allen Iverson has never had a teammate like Kevin Durant. Fact. Allen Iverson has never had a teammate like James Harden. Fact. Allen Iverson has never had a teammate like Victor Oladipo. Fact. Allen Iverson has never had a teammate like Paul George. Fact. Allen Iverson has never had a teammate like like James Harden again. And when you take that into consideration, one of the things, because it was brilliantly slick, and see, this is why you're one of the elite analysts right now, Kendrick Perkins, Big Perk, my little big bro. Here's the reality. Because you slickly pointed in the facts that support your argument, but you forgot one thing. Russell Westbrook has never played in an NBA Finals. He did go to the finals. As a baby. He did. He went to the finals in Miami as a baby. He went to the finals as a baby with those guys. Allen Iverson went to the finals with what? And so we take those things into consideration. And I think when you look at it, I look at Russell Westbrook as the most athletic point guard in NBA history. Surefire first ballot future Hall of Famer. The numbers are there. But part of having a great career is what you maximize based on the potential you have. Allen Iverson exceeded expectations. Russell Westbrook, because of the talent he was playing against, one could argue came up short. That's the difference.
How?
I'm answering your question. Because when they lost 3-1, as great as Golden State was, the one team that because I saw you on TV back then, and we were on the court on the floor talking about this as well. One of the things we pointed out, as great as Golden State was, the one team who could beat them was Oklahoma City because of KD and Russell Westbrook. And not only did they lose, they had a 3-1 lead and lost.
At Oracle, where LeBron and Kyrie then beat them in the very next series.
You got to count that, KP. You normally would.
But okay, listen, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all, okay? And I'm going to say this again, okay. All right? When we define an individual performance as far as in a team sport, we can't help what others around him are doing, okay? And I'm going to go back to the point of you bringing up Paul George, all right? When you brought up PG, and I'm going to correct myself because I was wrong, when Russell Westbrook in a crucial game 6 or 7 in Utah, him and PG had to go down there and get a must win, and Paul George went 2 for 16. Okay? And then I remember in the series when Russell and the Houston Rockets, when Kevin Durant left, and he had Victor Oladipo on the team, and Billy Donovan in a crucial game 5 messed up a rotation. Russell Westbrook was on the road in Houston, tearing the Rockets up in the third quarter. They were up by 9 or 10 points. Russell Westbrook said, "I'm good. Don't take me out the game." He subbed Russell Westbrook out the start of the 4th, and when Russell came back in, they were down 6. The momentum has shifted. So with that being said, yeah, you could have the personnel. You could point out Victor Oladipo. You could point out Paul George, but that's not the case when it comes down to Russell Westbrook, because go look at his numbers. He actually stepped up and performed. But again,